we are back. It's been a while. We promised you a Q A, which we will do, but first we want to quickly give you an update on how I was feeling. If you recall in a couple videos, maybe it was the last video, I was not feeling well after my egg retrieval, and that lasted about a week. I was having a lot of stomach issues and having a hard time going to the bathroom because I was all blocked up. We think it was because of the anesthesia that I was given, but we're still unsure about it. After about a week, I was fine, and then it kind of came back again. July 1st, it was a Sunday, I was noticing signs again of it coming back, and I said nope. So we made a doctor's appointment, and he basically confirmed that I was kind of blocked up here in the middle of my stomach, and basically just told me that I should continue on my stool softener, Follicle specifically. That's what a lot of people on the IVF forums have mentioned doing.
And during pregnancy.
Yeah. And then Miralax. So my goal is to try to do the Follicle one day, one pill, Miralax another day, and then kind of take a break and then start it over. I was taking like a ton of the stool softeners when it was first happening because I was in so much pain, but I'm feeling a lot better now. And then I'm drinking prune juice a little bit each day. Not the best tasting drink, but
more natural.
I feel like it has helped tremendously. So that's what the doctor told me to do. I've been doing it. It's been helping. So I will continue doing that because my transfer day is less than 3 weeks away. So I need my body to be A-okay.
And do you want to talk about the appointment today at all, and then getting a QA?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we had our doctor's appointment today. And I won't mention that though.
Yeah.
And everything was fine. I had my blood drawn, and then I had another scan done, and they were measuring my uterine lining, and she said it needs to be 7 millimeters or greater, and she said that I was already there, which I was kind of shocked about.
Yeah, so it's good.
So I go in a week and a half, and just to make sure, there's a few things that she was still waiting to measure a certain point, but I obviously have time, so I'm sure I'll get there, which would be good because then that would keep our transfer date as July 23rd still. So.
Yep. So everything's going good.
Everything's going good.
So.
Now for our Q&A.
Alright, so now for the Q&A portion of this video. We've had a lot of people reach out to us with various questions throughout the whole process, so we'll try to incorporate some stuff in there. We've had some new subscribers, so trying to get you caught up so that way you don't have to go back and watch all the other videos. So we'll just jump right on in. One of the questions that we've had is, how old are you guys? I'm 32.
And I'm 30 and a half.
30 and a half, okay. Sometimes you see IVF with a little bit older individuals due to egg quality, but we're still in our prime and having to go through it. Some people that are watching this probably are in the same boat. We've been married for, it'll be 6 years on July 21st.
Weeks, yeah.
So
6 years.
Yep.
So, long time.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Next question.
Next question was, what was the grade of your normal embryo? Go ahead.
We actually don't know. We went to our doctors today, but they didn't have the sheet for that, so we won't know that until transfer day. We will address it. We just don't know it right now. Therefore, we don't know the grades of the abnormal. So.
Yeah.
And I actually don't have that on there, but we did find out the genders of our abnormal. It was triple checked today that she gave us the genders of our abnormal and not our normal, because we have decided that if this pregnancy is a success, we want to find out like a natural pregnancy would be around the 15-20 week mark, what our gender is. So our abnormal ones was one boy and one girl.
One girl, yep.
So that was exciting. It kind of like makes things real. Like it does make me a little sad.
Yeah, it was kind of like a bitter.
Which is why
moment.
they were like so hesitant to give me the sheet, but I requested it. So, and it's my personal.
It's kind of like, oh man, that kind of stinks.
But I know, but that was kind of cool. One girl, one boy. So who knows what this normal one will be?
As long as it's healthy, that's all I care about.
Yeah, that's all we care about.
Next question was, can you ever have a chance of getting pregnant naturally? We get this question a lot.
No.
And the answer for us personally is no. It's physically impossible for Jessica and I to ever get pregnant in a natural way. If you're new to our videos. Basically, you have the eggs, and then, or you have the ovaries that release the eggs. The eggs have to go down into the fallopian tubes where they'll meet up with the sperm. Once it's fertilized, it moves down into the uterus. Jessica had a condition called hydrosalpinx, so fluid-filled tubes that are due to a lot of inflammation. The only way we could ever get pregnant is if we went in with a laparoscopy and had her fallopian tubes removed. She had both fallopian tubes removed
in March.
So she has her ovaries and she has her uterus, but there's no way for the egg to ever get down into the uterus. So she is medically sterile in a way.
We always get that question, we always get, well, you know,
keep on trying.
You can always have that miracle baby.
Yeah, we tried for years.
No, and these are like sometimes it's people who know our condition, and it's like,
yeah,
it's okay, it's okay. Sometimes people don't know what to say to people going through IVF, so that's kind of just what comes out, and that's fine. It's just like, so we just get it all the time.
Yeah.
So no, it will never happen naturally. IVF is our only pathway.
Yep. So we got that out of the way.
Next one.
How long is the IVF process taken from meeting with the specialist and to a pregnancy test? I'll go ahead and let you answer this one.
We met with our IVF specialist in January, and then we needed to do a few things, like the fallopian tubes needed to be removed. But we for sure went with him, I think in like March. Like we knew we were going to get our tubes removed and then move along with his IVF clinic. But we started, taking birth control in April of 2018, and then medication was in May, and then all the other stuff followed. So I would kind of say like from March to we will find out in the beginning of August if we're pregnant. So
because some people won't have to go through the whole process like we had to go through with the surgery and everything.
But if you really started the IVF, it would probably be like April, so very close.
Yeah. So what, about 3 months in?
Whereas other people just 5 seconds and they're pregnant, and ours is like 5 months.
5 seconds, that's pretty cool.
It's the card we what? Like 5 seconds.
Okay.
Like natural.
Whoever's lasted 5 seconds. Okay, sorry, but all right. How have your friends and family been through this IVF process?
Oh, I would love to tackle this one, but you can go first.
We've had a lot of support from family for sure. We've had friends reach out to us. I think there's a lot of, disconnect, maybe lack of understanding or not knowing what to say. It's a very touchy point for a lot of people. For us, it's not so touchy. We try to be as open as possible to try to be as informative as possible to people. But
we have gone
something to say, so.
Yeah. He's right. We've had a ton of support. I have I was going to say handful, but it's more than a handful of people. There are a list of people that I can think of in my head right now that are continuously and consistently, how is your appointment? Like, they know when we have appointments. I'm not expecting people to know, oh, they have an appointment this day and they're having surgery this. Like, I'm not expecting that. But it means the world when we get a text message like, thinking of you, or how are things going? There are a group of people that have been doing that from start to now.
Yeah.
And it is so, it means the world. I mean, I'll go to him and I'll be like, oh my gosh, do you know who just sent me a text? Or do you know who just sent me a message? And it honestly makes my day, especially if it's not a great day. But then you have people who shockingly don't ask you anything. And that could be close friends. It could be close family. And we don't need pity or anything like that. But I don't know. I'm trying to like put this nicely. How are you doing would be nice. There's just some people that we're just, kind of disappointed in, I guess you could say. And what he was touching upon was we're going public. So I know that IVF is a touchy subject, but we are open people to begin with, and we have decided to be open about this. So ask me a question. More than likely I will be fine. But yeah, there might be days where I start crying for whatever reason. It's okay. I want to answer your questions. I want you to ask me, how things are going. So I just went on a spiel, but that has been on my mind for a while. I am so appreciative of those who have been with us on this journey, and you will never be forgotten. We will never forget how much you've been there for us. So thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you.
I will go off my spiel wagon.
It's only 5 seconds, but how has Ryan been through this IVF process? Oh, so I'm getting called out here.
Yes.
But how have I been?
Oh, you're going to answer it?
Yeah.
How do you think you've been?
So...
I'll answer.
Okay. All right.
What were you going to say?
No, go ahead. I'll let you.
I was just going to say, he's been fine. He's been great. I would say in the beginning when the whole getting my fallopian tubes removed, I think he was just trying to make light of the situation, but it turned into like jokes like, you know, my sterile wife or, you know, comments. And he means well. He was just trying to make me laugh. But, like, I think I'm still, like, sensitive to that.
Okay.
And he knows that.
Yeah.
Because it sucks. Like, it sucks. I'm trying not to cry, so you should probably talk.
Yeah, so I can tell.
Yeah.
But for me, the IVF process is a little bit different on the guy's side. You have a wife that is going through a lot. You have to keep that in mind, that this is something that's very, for her, it was very true to her body. You have to be as supportive as possible, and the goal that I was trying to take was to be as optimistic as possible. Sometimes that might not always work in every situation, which sometimes would backfire on me. I would try to make her laugh no matter what it would be, because that to me is important, to try to keep her spirits high.
And that's what I'm saying. You meant well.
Right. I can't be the one, if she's upset, and this is just my personal opinion, I can't be the one to show any kind of doubt, to show any kind of hesitation or anything negative. I have to be there to support her every single step of the way. I have to be positive every single step of the way, because that is your role as a guy in your marriage. You have to be the backbone of this whole thing. You have to be that foundation of the whole thing.
But it's okay if you get upset.
I'm not going to show her that, though. It's okay for me to get upset.
I'm the weak one of the relationship.
If I'm downstairs trying to work out, if I'm away from her, if I'm driving the car, that's when I would decide to kind of, you know, just pray or, you know, get emotional on my own side. But I'm not going to let her, you know, her see that, because that's not what I want her to see from me. I want her to know that I'm here always to try to see the brighter sides of things. So.
But he's been very good. He tries to go to most of my appointments, even if he doesn't need to be there. He went to today's. I want to
sleep in a little bit, but.
Yeah, but it's good for him to hear the results and the info that I'm receiving too. But he's been super, super good. It's hard for guys to understand what the body goes through. I mean, I'm over here like, oh, I feel this way, and oh, I'm.
There's sometimes I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do.
And he doesn't, and that's fine. But as a girl, like, you're the one that your body's going through everything. So
that's the thing. Just have to really understand, you know, what your wife is going through, and you know, And it's
always on, I think, the girl's mind than your mind, probably.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like
absolutely.
It is like the only thing I think about, and I can't fix that.
It's her body, you know. So.
Yeah.
But,
so yeah, he's been fine. And then our last question, right?
Oh no, we had a question. I had a question. I forgot to write it down.
Oh.
Was how is Jessica doing with all the medications and hormones? And
I would love to hear this answer.
And I, for a guy, think that she's been pretty good.
Yeah.
There was one
we
night...
We haven't hit progesterone yet.
Yeah, we haven't hit that. But there was one night where we were sitting down and we were watching a movie or playing Mario Kart. But and all of a sudden she starts to cry.
No.
I'm like, oh wait, no. I was like,
yeah,
she got kind of quiet. I'm like, you okay? She's like,
you're not even prefacing the day.
Yeah, you can preface it later. And I said, okay. And I could tell, like, something was stirring up in her mind. And I said, okay, talk to me. What about? And she starts crying. She's like, I gotta do the laundry still. I'm like, oh boy, we're crying over laundry.
No, in the morning, I started laundry and we were gone all day, all night. And then we came home. I was like, let's just watch a show. And that's what we were doing. We were watching a show. I swear 10 minutes went by and the washer starts beeping. And I was like, I don't know. It was like I already had like a million things in my head that I needed to do. And just with us being gone, I got nothing done. So he thinks I cried about laundry. I was crying about all the things going on in my mind.
Yeah. But no, she's been pretty good with all the
with
all the hormones and whatnot. So.
But we start progesterone, I think, like 5 days before my transfer day, and I heard that.
Things could get hairy there, but we'll see. We'll see.
So we'll let you know how I'm doing then.
And then, last question: once the embryo is implanted on transfer day, how far along will she be at that time?
It's complicated, and I don't even know if I understand it that well. And my friends were just over the other day, and I wish she was here so she could explain it, because she was trying to explain it. And we just asked them today. But, like, so my normal embryo was the day 5 blastocyst. So I just assumed that I'd be 5 days on implantation day. Mm-hmm. But she was saying something like I would be, like, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I don't know. So she said, like...
Well, once the sperm and the egg meet up naturally, they release all these hormones in the body and whatnot, and that's not happening for Jessica, so that's why we have to give all the medications to her. So you're going to be right around, where would she say, like
mid-August, she said I'd be like 4 to 5 weeks.
Right.
And around the 5-6 week mark is when you find out if your baby has a heartbeat.
Yeah. So it's kind of like nobody
knows exactly.
I don't want to say nobody knows.
But I'm not going to be 5 days. We're going to be more than that.
We're given like a ballpark
where,
where she'll be at. So
we'll find out.
Yeah.
There are other questions that I'm thinking of right now, but I think I might answer those another time, like as far as transfer stuff goes. So I think on transfer day when we do our video for that, I'll answer a few more questions. But as of now, our transfer date, just to recap, is July 23rd.
23.
Which is 23 is our number, you guys. We have got to tell you.
It follows us.
It follows. I'm just echoing you right now.
You are. It happens all the time, though.
Yeah. 23, we were in Michigan, and we were, like, at a winery, and we were walking around the vineyards, and we're just walking, and Ryan's like, hey, like, this would be a good spot to take a picture. And I was like, Ryan.
I was just roaming.
All the vineyard posts were numbered. And I was like, Ryan, that's number 23. And, like, he obviously had no idea.
I honestly had no clue that.
And so, obviously, we took a picture in front of it.
But...
And then, when I had my doctor's appointment, it was just small talk. And he's like, how long have you guys been together or married? And so we said, how long have you been married? And he's like, yeah, my wife and I have been married for 23 years. I was like, Ryan, did you hear that?
Yeah, the number follows us everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, we have a ton of stories, but that was just like 2 recent ones that we were like,
So hopefully the 23 is a good
We feel
sign.
like it's a good, I feel good about it. I feel good about this whole thing, so.
Yeah.
We're ready. We are so ready. We are so excited, and hopefully it all works out for us, so. Yeah. Thank you for taking the time to watch our video, and I know we have a lot of new people subscribed, like Ryan had said, so welcome. Mm-hmm. And the next video will probably be in 2 weeks. I'll try to post one from our transfer day. So.
Yeah, and hopefully I can get the actual video up.
Yes, you guys will actually get to see it. You'll be in the room with us.
Yeah.
You get to see the embryo put inside. It's kind of cool.
And then she'll be poopo.
What does poopo mean, guys? Pregnant.
Silence.
Yeah. Pregnant until proven otherwise.
That's right.
So
all
right, have a good rest of your day.
For, so.
Yes.
All right.